Morning.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Human Empowerment Experience Kettlebell training with Sensei David Hills.
And Coach Kendra McLaughlin.
How is everybody this morning? How are you? I hope everybody's well. It's been an interesting couple of days. Lots of things going on. If you are having problems with your phone or computer apps, phone keeps shutting off or your apps keep shutting off, it's not your carrier issue, it's a Google issue. I found out this morning because mine was doing the same thing. And I've worked 15 years previous to owning my own business with a cell phone carrier. And, the cell phone carriers don't have control of the whole thing. It's a Google issue. It's not a Verizon issue. It's not an AT&T issue or whoever you have for a carrier. So I don't know when it's going to get resolved. I know that what happens is, so if you're tapping on your app and it's just disappearing or not doing anything, it goes back to the main screen of your phone. It's not your phone. It's not your carrier. It's a Google issue today. I guess it started yesterday. So that's what's going on there, folks, to give you some insight there. I hope everybody's doing well. We're doing well. The weather is starting to turn. It's been 60 degrees. Hallelujah, it's summer. That's what it feels like. In Maine, when it turns, the minute it turns 50, we're like, woohoo, it's summertime. Let's get our shorts and sandals on. It's just glorious. It feels so good that it's been sunny past couple of days. We enjoyed a fantastic weekend together. Went on a day trip on Sunday to Bar Harbor. We live in the beautiful state of Maine. It's so beautiful here. We're so grateful to be able to enjoy the scenery that we have, the outdoors, the openness, the nature. It's just gorgeous. Really, it looked like a postcard when we got out to Bar Harbor. It was like I'm looking at it. I'm there in real life, and it looked like I was in a dream world, a postcard. That's how beautiful it is.
Unfortunately, the actual park was closed due to, get this, mud season.
Mud season.
I've never in my life seen that. Well,
it could have been that 2 people were accidentally killed on Saturday up there on one of the mountains. Could have been because of that. They found them on Saturday. They fell 100 feet. 2 young people from Massachusetts. So sending our blessings and prayers, condolences to the family there. But it did say mud season, but I don't know how true that is. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're on track. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling happy. Happiness comes before the goals. That's how you get to your goals, is you're happy first. So you create happiness by doing the things that you feel in your heart. So if you want to go out in the sunshine.
Unless, of course, your goal is to be miserable.
Right. We don't want to be miserable.
No. Some of you, I know that's what your goal is.
Well, some people
maybe not you.
Some people don't know that they can be happy or that they're even miserable.
But it's so normal that they don't even register as miserable.
Here's another point. My business partner recently went on vacation for a week, and one of the people that she was with, one of her friends, they were talking about relaxing, and my business partner kind of works while she's on vacation, and the other person said, why aren't you just not working and relaxing? She goes, I am relaxing. I'm relaxed on the inside. And the person said, oh, I never thought about being relaxed on the inside. I've always thought relaxing was just sitting in a lounge chair. You relax your physical body, but really what you want to relax is the inside. How you feel, your mind, your nervous system needs to relax. So anyway, something to think about. Are you relaxed? Do you ever have, or are you always on edge? Are you always waiting for the other shoe to drop? Are you always, on edge as soon as you wake up? That's something you want to take a look at because that's dangerous to our health, and it's not where we want to be. We can still get things done. Actually, you get more things done in a better way by staying relaxed on the inside. You don't always have to be up in arms about everything, and you can still do things in a relaxed way, and it helps with your blood pressure. It helps with your weight maintenance. It helps with how you feel overall about your life and the world around you. So happy to have you here this morning. We're going to get started with a little bit of a warm-up here. So Sensei David Hills is going to take us through a warm-up. I want you to get up off your couches, off your chairs, put your coffees down, and let's get our bodies moving. Because that's one of the first steps is moving our bodies, good feeling, endorphins going.
Let's do it.
And we're starting with hops. And these aren't just any old hops. We're dropping our shoulders down and releasing the tension in our arms and shoulders and just dropping them down and letting go of all of the stress behind our necks and our shoulders. These are one of my favorites. These are like calling me going to the bathroom at Target and there's no paper towels at the airport. And it's like shaking the water or flicking water off the ends of your hands. These feel good as well. So you're just relaxing your arms and your shoulders, just flicking water off. Heart openers, and just open up as far as you can. You don't need to force anything. As you come around, we're doing a little bit of body tapping. And when you have your arms open, just feel the gratitude. You can stay there for a minute. And just feel the gratitude for what you have in your life today. Waking up, being able to move your body, having a job, being able to do laundry, do dishes, all of that stuff you should be grateful for. There are some people, a lot of people in this world that don't have that opportunity, don't have a place to wash their clothes or their dishes or eat great food like we have access to. Just those simple things. A cup of coffee in the morning. We have clothes that we can put on our body to protect ourselves and to feel good. We take a lot of those things for granted. Head rolls, easy. And as David puts it, when you go around the back, just come across. And then let's go the opposite direction. Just getting everything warmed up with our bodies this morning. Getting ready for our beautiful day. Shoulder rolls. I grab the tops of my shoulders and just roll back, nice and easy, as far as you can. Nice stretch in the front, nice stretch in the back. Good grip with your toes on the floor. You notice we do not wear sneakers doing kettlebell training because you need to feel the floor. You need to feel the ground. You need to have your toes touching the whole. How many points on the feet?
9 on each foot.
18 points on your feet touching the ground so that you are solid and have that stability. If you have sneakers on, you cannot feel the ground and you cannot use your feet and toes properly to adjust as you're doing the work.
Your body is you're a walking electromagnetic field, and you're walking on an electromagnetic field. The earth produces one. When you put rubber-soled shoes between you and it, guess what happens?
Blocks it off.
It's an insulator. Probably one of the dumbest things we've ever done.
Well, I think the thought might have been to protect feet, which is true, but
Leather works.
Yeah, and there's a lot of times that you don't even need shoes on, that we put shoes on anyway. I hardly ever wear shoes anymore. I wear shoes when I go out, walking or whatever, but at home, I don't have shoes on. I don't put shoes on anymore. And I don't work out in shoes anymore. I teach yoga, so I don't put shoes on there, and I don't put shoes on when we do this. And it's really changed, actually, speaking about that, it has changed the shape of my feet.
Yeah, it will.
Because I used to be on my feet for 15 years with Verizon when I worked for them. And I was on my feet all day long, wearing shoes all day long. And changed the shape of my feet. And now that I don't wear shoes, my feet are back to normal looking feet. The toes are spread apart the way they're supposed to be. It's really, really interesting. I don't have any foot pain anymore. So.
All right. Grip with your toes, tighten your core, seat the shoulders, and bring it around the body.
This is a great exercise to emphasize what I was just talking about, because you are gripping with your toes. I am literally gripping with my toes. I have my core fired.
Other way.
And it creates stability. I'm grounded. And it also transfers into your life. If you're feeling grounded here in your workout, you're feeling grounded in your day. You know, if you're grounded to the earth, and you have support.
Mm-hmm. Sit back into your hips.
Squeezing the gluteus maximus as you come up. Core tight, shoulders seated. Using your heels. Connection with the earth, the ground is super, super important.
Raise to one hand.
So one of the things if you're someone that's having issues with life and not feeling like you have support in your life with family or friends, an excellent first thing to do is to start kettlebell workout. Because it's not just the strength and flexibility that you're gaining, but it's the feeling of being grounded to the earth and to the universe and having that foundation and support that you need in your life.
Lifting your heels up off the ground, feet pointed straight ahead.
Now this one is great for your calves, but it's also really good for your feet and ankles, your stability. Your core is fired. You're reaching up with your toes.
To the other hand. Pull the feet out.
We have our feet pointed out to each of the corners. And because we have different muscles on our legs and ankles, so this will work. The many muscles that
Change hands. Step back a little bit. Coming forward into a lunge. Five going to 10. Change hands.
So the other thing that we want to bring to your attention is David is going to be teaching a Tai Chi class that you can have access to. It'll be a subscription. The investment will be extremely small, but it will be a live Tai Chi class. So if you're interested, it won't be in the morning. It'll be a different time of day. We will let you know when that will be. But for those of you who are interested in taking a Tai Chi class from an expert, comment below and we will give you the link once we get it set up. We'll be setting that up this week. It'll be weekly, twice a week.
It's going to start once a week. For those in the know, it's the Chengman Ching's Yang style short form we'll be working on, at least for the beginning.
This is for anybody. If you've never done Tai Chi, you've always wanted to, this is the class for you.
Yeah, it's going to start from the very beginning of the form. It's going to take about a year to complete the form before we circle back around.
Yeah, or if you have done Tai Chi before and you need a refresher.
But you'll always have the access to the recordings. So anything that you miss or need a refresher on, you can just go back and watch. Fulfilling that piece.
Yeah,
all
that's
right.
great.
So bring your kettlebell back up to the rack position. And swing to the rack. Change hands. Change hands. And hold. Press overhead. 1. Swing. Rack. Press. 2. 3. Change.
Hey. Whew, that was a good start. I need a drink. Don't forget to drink plenty of water. Stay hydrated throughout the day.
All right, put the kettlebell to your close to your right foot, handle east and west. Turn your feet 45 degrees towards the bell, hand on the back hip. Actually, both hands on your hips. Shift your hips back and forth, east and west. Now shift them west and bend. Come back up. Now, here is what I want you to do. Try not to bend over. Try to move your hips back. If you move your hips back, you will naturally bend over. You will bend over as a consequence of your hips moving back. If your hips don't move back, your body shouldn't move. So here we go. Move the hips back. Keep moving them back. Move them back further. Now move your hips forward and you rise as a consequence of that. Hand on the inside of the thigh. Move the hip backwards and keep going backwards with the hip until your hand reaches the bell. Now, make sure your back leg is straight. Your front knee can be bent. Make sure you don't have a curve in your back. Make sure your back is flat. Grip the handle, seat the shoulder, tighten your core, move your hip forward. 1, 2, 3, 5, going to 10. 6, 7, 10, set it down. Point your feet to the front, slide it across to the left foot. Point your feet towards the left, 2 hands on the hips. Find it. Find the motion you need to make. Down, down, down.
It's interesting because the first thing I want to do is just bend over.
Absolutely. And this is what the only way to change it is to become conscious of that unconscious movement. You will unconsciously just bend over. You have to bring your awareness to those parts of your body that you don't normally bring your attention to.
Yeah. And what this will help with is, so we're conditioned to just bend over.
Mm-hmm.
After a while, years of doing that, your body is going to be misshapen and deformed in a certain way. You'll be bent over, you'll be smaller, because you're bending over. If you're using your hips to bend, you're not going to misshapen your body as you get older, but it's a conditioned thing that you need to unlearn.
Yep.
Of how we've always done things to this is the proper way to lift things and to bend over to do things that are below you.
That's right. Okay, so hands on the hip. Move the hip back. Keep going back. Go back further. When you've gone back far enough, your hand will reach the kettlebell. Grip it. Tighten the core. Seat the shoulder. Drive the hips to the front and to the back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feet to the front. Set the bell down.
A good way to test this to see if you're doing it right is to do it against a wall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you stand this way, so that if I lean back, my hip hits the wall. That makes it so that right here is straight up and down. If I end up doing this, coming away, and my hip isn't touching the wall, I'm doing it wrong. If I do it such that my hip touches the wall, then it is indeed my hip moving backwards.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so now we're going to put the kettlebell in our top hand. So you may or may not want a smaller belt. Turn the hips to the side. Start with your hand in a position as if you have a kettlebell in the rack. You're going to turn. This is going to open. It's kind of like the Arnold press. If you don't know about the Arnold press, take a look at the YouTube videos on that. So it swings around. Now, wait a minute. This is a real important piece. You want to move your body first. Once you've moved your body, then you move your arm. Don't press the kettlebell until I say press the kettlebell. Hold it in the rack, hand here. Look at it. Kick the hip back and swing it out. Bring the body down. Now you want as much as possible. Keep that elbow touching your hip. The longer you can keep it there, the better. So it goes like this. It goes body, 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 arm. And then when you bring it back, you begin with the arm until it gets as close to the body as you can, and then bring the body. Body, arm, arm, body. Now you're talking. It's hard, isn't it?
Well, you have to think.
You have to think about it.
It's a thinking process.
If you don't think about it, you're going to just do it the way you've always done it, which is not correct. You have to teach yourself how to do it correctly. So here we go. Feet to the front. Swing the kettlebell to the rack. Turn the feet 45 degrees. Put the hand on the inside of the thigh. Crush the kettlebell handle. As you lean Kicking the hip back, press. Bring it in, and then the body. Here we go. Body, arm, body. Body, arm, body. One more. This is the bench press. If done correctly, is one of the best exercises you can do for your upper body. Turn, hand on the inside of the thigh. Crush the handle. Swing it out. Body, arm, body. 2. 2 more. Hold your feet to the front. Set it down.
I'm not sure if I was keeping my hip out properly or just bending.
Well, good.
I'm concentrating on this, doing the body arm thing.
Look,
so
it is not a problem to do it incorrectly,
as long as you know you're
as long as you know you're doing it incorrectly, because that's how you learn. There are 4 stages to learning. The first one is you don't know what you don't know. Once you know what you don't know, you can fix it.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Right? All right. Whew. How are we doing? We're almost out of time.
Yeah.
Let's do 10 snatches on each side. Go ahead and go with your heavy bell. 10 in a row, and then we'll switch to the other arm. 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10.
Awesome. Woohoo! Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Oh,
Morning, Tim.
who we had here. We have Jody, Anita, Anthony, Stephen. Great to see you here this morning. So happy to have you here with us this morning. That was a great workout. Hey, sending all of you love and setting our intentions to have the most beautiful day today. You make it possible. You create your day. Don't let life just happen to you. You create your day. Tune into what you're feeling here and then do those things. Be happy. I'm sending out any healing energies to any of you who may be suffering today in the hopes that you find some peace in your day. Have a fantastic day, everybody. We will see you here bright and early, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for another kettlebell workout. Some inspiration, some motivation, and all that good stuff. Take care, everyone.